It took me several days to finish lesson 8. Now, of course, as usual, I've also learned a lot from this lesson. Okay, let's go over the notes I have taken down for this lesson. The first one is about the pronunciation difference between bat and bat. So there's a significant difference in the jaw movement. For example, when you pronounce the word bat, you don't drop your jaw. However, when you pronounce the word bat, then there is a very obvious jaw movement, especially the jaw will drop bat. But when you pronounce the word bat, basically your mouth don't move too much. And the second note is about how you call the South of America. So it's South of America or Southern US or the US South. So it's very different from South America. If you say South America, it means 南美洲. However, if you want to say 美国南部, you should say South America or Southern US or the US South. And the third note is about how to write VS correctly. Normally when we want to write VS, we also want to put a period after V here. However, it's not right. And Karen told us, okay, there is only one period after S. So this is a very detailed point. And note 4 is about, note 4 is so important, but I didn't highlight it because I didn't figure out yet, so it's like how you put stress in the compound word. For some compound words, for example, like a convenience store, so it's noun. But some of them, for example, when a noun is combined with adjective, so then there's a different kind of stress pattern. But if it's a noun trying to decorate or trying to define another noun, then there's another kind of stress pattern. But I haven't figured out yet, so that's why I haven't highlighted it. So convenience store, and especially like if there's also combined, if this kind of compound words combined with tonic stress, then the stress pattern will be changed again probably. And because tonic stress means, okay, the last stressed syllable will have a higher pitch. Okay. And yeah, tonic stress. And I think I misunderstood this concept before. I thought, okay, if the word is in the end of the sentence, then you should stress the syllable. But actually, it's last stressed syllable should have a higher pitch. Okay, so let's read some compound words and in Karen's classes. So for these words, you have to circle them. For example, circle them. Cloudy skies. You have to circle the syllable, stress syllable, and put the asterisk on it. But I'm not sure exactly the circle means or asterisk means. So I'm still learning it. Maybe like in the next lesson, in lesson 9, I may have a better idea about it. So it's cloudy skies, urban area, can opener, paper clip, beach tower, shadow boxing. And okay, the note 5 is about participles. Participles are kind of like adjectives, and genre, 动名词 ing 动名词 genre. I can't remember the English term for for 动名词. So genre is kind of like nouns. Okay, note 6 is about ambidextrous. What does it mean? Ambidextrous 是双手都可以的吗? I don't know. Syllability means that, okay, so for some letter or some sound, it can take care of the letter before it and after it. So it's like kind of a coloring or have a larger influence. Okay, I forgot to put an example there. I think if we have an example, then it's better. It can be better understood. Number 7 is nasals and approximants are all voiced. Nasals and approximants are all voiced. Nasals and approximants are all voiced. Nasal, and approximants, I forgot. What are examples of approximants? This is fricatives, and the approximants are the articulators are very close. Let me think about what kind of. No. Maybe anyway. I forgot the examples of it. So you see, like when you try to memorize something, you should better memorize the example along with the concepts. Otherwise, so when you review the concepts you have learned, then you totally forget what they are. Okay, I think now note 8 is very important. You know, there's a long pause after PTK sounds. So even if it's just as insignificant and non-functional word, then there's still a lot long pause. For example, finally I have memorized an example: at home, at home, at home, at home, at home. So at is obviously a non-functional word. However, there's still quite a lot of long pause after at home, at home. So okay, note 9, articulatory descriptions. So when you want to try to, now here finally I have provided an example. So if, for example, if you want to describe, give the articulatory description about S. So then how can you describe it? You can describe it on from 3 aspects. The first one is the state of vocal cords, and the second one is places of articulation, and third one is manner of articulation. Okay, so what is the state of vocal cords? So it's whether it's voiceless or voiced. So this is the state of vocal cords. So the places, so this, for example, is alveolar, and the manner is it's fricatives. A lot of noise is generated when you pronounce this sound. And 10, and then we can also try the example of N sound. So it's voiced and it's alveolar, I think it's nasal. Okay, Tourette syndrome is a disorder that involves repetitive movements or unwanted sounds, tics, that can be easily controlled. So Karen has mentioned this Tourette syndrome. Okay, note 12. Okay, 我好怕了. So now here, like Karen has combined the knowledge of Chinese and said, okay, in Chinese, normally, okay, there are some like exceptions that you will add a lot of nasalization. For example, 我好怕呢. Originally, there shouldn't be any nasalization for this sentence. However, probably just to express some special meanings, then the nasalization is added here. And then she also mentioned that Americans have more nasalization. For example, 后面有个鼻音来了. If there's a nasalized sound in the latter part of the sentence, but however, you will nasalize a lot, even like far before that sound. And the note 13 is about PTK glottal stop. PTK glottal stop. No, I forgot what this note is about. So for example, I have made this kind of mistakes for many times.